So we're in the middle of the government shutdown. Now, where is Donald Trump in all of this? Well, we don't know. He had disappeared for several days, like he did around Labor Day, after that disastrous meeting in front of all those generals and admirals at Quantico at the Pentagon. And people are speculating, is it his health again, etc. And if this was Joe Biden, we wouldn't be having these questions. But because it's Donald Trump, somebody who revels in being in front of a camera and being in front of the media, being the center of attention, for him to go mostly dark and disappear, sure, he was posting things on Truth Social, etc., but some of that was just reshares, etc. It could have been done by anybody. Made us wonder what's going on with Donald Trump and his health. And we have numerous questions about his health because of varying things we're seeing. But, of course, yesterday, he made a trip to one of his golf courses. Now, it's assumed that he golfed, although not many pictures are coming out of him actually on the golf course, just that he went to the golf course. And so he'd rather be golfing than fund the government. But that still doesn't answer the questions about his health. Donald Trump has so many health concerns going on right now. We have his swollen ankles that they say is just a vein condition. We have the bruising on his hands that he is poorly covering up with makeup. And he falls asleep in public numerous times, sometimes where he has to seemingly jolt himself awake. His health is failing, and he knows it. And with the little bit they've told us, it's got to be way worse than that. And I think that's part of why he was gone and out of the public light for several days again. He was probably getting some kind of a treatment for whatever his underlying condition is. I just hope that when Donald Trump is gone, whether that's the end of his term, whether he doesn't make it to the end of the term, whatever that case may be, that the Democrats investigate his health and how bad it was covered up by Republicans, as bad as Republicans are trying to do with Joe Biden. They tried to make Joe Biden's health a big scandal when he didn't have near the public issues about his health that Donald Trump does. Yes, Donald Trump is the oldest person to currently hold the office of president. He is 79, almost 80 years old. Some of these health conditions are just part of being that old. But you have him having bouts of dementia, not knowing where he's going, saying he's going to Russia when he's going to Alaska, these kind of things, falling asleep in public, and everything else. It makes you wonder how healthy he really is. And even some of his own people have said, yeah, he's not that well, but there are people on the Democratic side that are just as bad. So they're agreeing that there's some issues here. They're just covering for him because they think it's politically better to keep him in the picture. I got to tell you, it really isn't.